Net Game Radio. Shoutcast, music show, lemon party.
What?
Alright, welcome back, gamers. You're watching another Net Game Radio Honcast. My name is Trife-Man, and joining me in the studio is Razor, and we are just about to witness the epic clash of the Titans. We're going to see Game 3 between Endzone and Frenetic Ray, also known as jumping in our backpack for jumping in Slick's and Dirge Snoopy's big brown backpack. As I get tongue-tied there, but however, we do get the first bans coming out. Again, Bobo not going to be able to play. Bubbles getting banned straight up, and Slick's responding with a slither ban there. Tundra also getting banned. However, just calling out for people who are just tuning in, and maybe the live stream is working out, maybe it's not. You know, the internet is a fickle little bastard. However, playing for Endzone, we have Chicanery, Class, Chaos for Life, TA101, and Roger Dodger. Playing for Frenetic Ray, we've got Slicks, Bobo, Jabberwabber, Dirge Snoopy, and White Talaba. As King Magnus calls out to me, oh, he has it started. Yes, it indeed has started. We are going to watch a massive game coming in. I reckon we are going to see both teams go at it quite hard. Definitely, we thought it definitely was looking like a bit of a whitewash in Frenetic Ray's favour. The first match just completely shitting all over Endzone, getting them shut down so hard they ended up conceding in 17.5 minutes. However, Endzone came back in Game 2, really stomped back and took control of the match, played a much more typical lineup that we are used to seeing from Endzone. And yeah, took control of that and completely shut down the enemy team. Definitely the tri-lane performed a lot better than the last one. Soulstealer tri-lane definitely was a bit of a weird move, but again, we get Behemoth banned. Soulstealer also banned this time around, so if they're going to send Class mid with something, going to have to be a different carry this time around. They're not going to let him play Soulstealer. And he did do quite well with it last match, although a lot of the damage was done by that tri-lane. Just the Endzone tri-lane did do a whole ton of damage and did a really good job in shutting down their opponents, as well as Roger Dodger up in the top lane with Chebrook also did quite well. Of course, we did see that 1v1 solo mid comp, and I believe it was Roger Dodger who came second behind Slicks in the solo comp. Of course, that not being that accurate a depiction of what can happen here, but of course a good indicator of what happens when you try to take on Roger in a solo situation. But continue on the bans, we have Puppet Master also banned by Chicanery. Chipper also getting banned this time around, so going to be interesting to see how this one turns out. I also should mention that Andromeda got banned this time around. Andromeda was banned by who got her off, or knocked her off rather. Slick's banning Andromeda this time, so it wasn't Enzo. Of course, I think who was it? Who was playing Andromeda last game? I cannot remember. However, he was doing a very good job. Saved Flint Beastwood quite a few times. Definitely had some great swaps, but this time we have Endzone taking the first pick, as Chicanery is calling about, I'm about to get my 3-boot Dark Lady. Interesting. But we do get a Luna picked up, or as if you've heard the Ventcast for Endzone, they call her Green Stick and just keep spamming Green Stick all over the place during the Ventcast. However, we did see her played very effectively last match, and we're probably going to, in the first match, we're probably going to see her again, going to see how much damage she can do. But I am just going to throw over to Razor here. Razor, definitely both teams quite evenly matched. Do you have any predictions for who's going to take this one away?
None at all. You know, both teams have showed really good teamwork, really good coordination, really just all around really good. They're really solid players, and they're in really solid teams with really solid teamwork. And at the moment, after watching game 1 and 2, I can't pick a winner. Between them, you know, it's going to come down to the hero picks, teamwork, that sort of thing, you know, who initiates when, those sort of things, who gets Kongo, you know, this time we have Frey on the Hellborn side. So it's really going to come down to those things. Do have a few quick things to point out. We have a few people from Four Gondor shouting out Endzone number 1, going for Endzone, so, hopefully, thanks to you guys, and we do have, Hellbringer. We do have Hellbringer and Thunderbringer, the two bringers of New Earth, coming on the Frey side, so we will see those heroes being played by Frey. Good strong pickups there. I do have to just quickly point out that this game, Endzone not opting to ban Pyro, so do you reckon we'll see Pyro this game triumph?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the Pyro was a bit of a pubby thing for Slicks, and this time he really is gonna, because I mean Slicks is probably their most skilled player on their team, so they're probably going to want him in the sort of a carry position, and Pyromancer really doesn't have that scalability, so I'm not sure if they want to risk it. Of course, Endzone has shown them they've got the chops to stand up to them and completely shut them down in Game 2. So I'm not sure if they're going to put Slicks on that. I think they probably are going to. I think they probably are going to have Slicks run a bit more of a traditional, semi-hard carry sort of position, solo mid kind of thing. And I should also mention that Hellbringer has been picked up 3 times in a row now by Frenetic. They do seem to love him quite a bit. We also saw Thunderbringer picked up in the first match by Endzone, but didn't do very well. Got completely dominated by Bobo playing Bubbles. Bobo really does play very nice to Bubbles, of course. Bubbles getting banned this time around, and if there was going to be a respect ban on the board, it was going to be Bubbles after Slither did get knocked off, so we won't see Roger trying to solo him on with that. But going back to Endzone, they have chosen Witchslayer and Myrmidon once again. We did see them do very nasty work in the Trine, and this does seem to be a fairly familiar side. We probably will see Chicanery, Witchslayer, Chicanery take a Luna and go with Witchslayer and Myrmidon and run that solo tri-lane. Run that solid tri-lane down in the bottom lane, or maybe up the top, depending if they decide to take on the team. As I said, though, I may be completely wrong, as we do have TDA 101 Ghost picking Swiftblade there. So they might be planning to have Chicanery play that solo position. And I think Chicanery did say he wanted to do something like that last time I was talking to him. Going back to Frenetic Array, they pick up both Helga Hammerstorm and Dr. Repulsor, and this is what I was thinking was going to happen. They do switch over a very viable semi-carry solo mid-hero over to Slicks, and they're going to try and jump in his backpack here, let him take control of the match, and hopefully support him to victory. But definitely, whoever goes mid is going to have a little bit of trouble, because Slicks is definitely quite one of the biggest threats in the Australian scene at the moment, so definitely is going to be quite a rough time. They're probably going to have to try quite hard to shut him down, throw some good ganks in there to get him to shut him down. We did see them manage to shut down Flint Beastwood last match, of course. That said, Dr. Repulsor much harder to shut down than Flint Beastwood. Just, he's quite hard to pin down if you can't get those stun stacked him. I think Witchslayer at the moment, probably their best bet, trying to shut him down. However, we do have... speaking of getting shut down, we have Vindicator. Vindicator definitely a very strong counter pick here, and for a spammy hero like Dr. Repulsor, who wants to jump around all the time, just abusing his spells, trying to get that trying to abuse Electric Frenzy just to get that AoE damage and just to get that damage bonus on his attacks. That is definitely not something he wants to see coming out at him. So it looks like they might be they might even throw Vindicator up against him, although I don't think so. But Sachi Swiftblade has been picked by class, so we will likely see him run the tri-lane with Myrmidon and Witchslayer. That will be quite a dangerous tri-lane to face off against. I'm just looking, who are they going to run? We'll probably see Helga Hammerstorm and Hellbringer. Looks like they are opting to pick up Arachner at the moment, but definitely that will be quite nice for them. Although, it looks like they are opting to run Hellbringer in the support role this time. I'm not sure I totally agree with that. I don't find he can support. However, I think there are better options if you want that sort of level of support. I mean, there are other options on the board if you could pick up things like Voodoo Jester and that. So I'm not dead sure that was the best plan. However, it looks like White has changed his mind. Is ghost picking, or has picked Flint Beastwood now. But then again, I'm not dead sure that they are even going to run. Although that said, Thunderbringer really needs level, so I don't think they will try and run him in the tri. It probably will be Thunderbringer taking a solo lane and Slicks taking a solo lane. They might go for tri-lane versus tri-lane, in which case they could put Slicks up top and try and have him solo against an enemy player up there. Although I'm not dead sure if they're going to go with that. Honestly, I think they will put Bobo in the side lane, try and get him to solo for a bit, and then have Slicks just take control of the mid. But I am quite interested to see how this is going to go down here. Of course, Vindicator will need, if he is going to be in a solid position, probably... I'm not dead sure whether they're going to put Vindicator or a Luna solo mid. It really remains to be seen. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to throw over to Razor here. Looking at these lineups, which one of these do you prefer?
Well, I mean, it's a really tough question. You love to ask me the tough questions, For me, I do like the Legion lineup. Simply because that Vindicator pickups is going to be quite strong coming into it. I mean, it's going to be able to shut down Slicks, the Doctor Repulsor, which is what you really need. And as what you're going to say for who's going where, it does look like Vindicator might roll middle, versing Thunderbringer. So, and we do have Aluna probably going top against the solo Repulsor. So it does look like we're going to have tri-lane versus tri-lane at the moment. But going back to that, I think the Legion team, I like the Legion team's lineup. I mean, you got Swiftblade, although saying that, Six gets fed enough, he turns into a big carry himself, and can really kite around that Switchblade. So it's going to come down to the tri lanes, And looking at him now, I'm not actually liking Frey's tri lane at the moment. You got the Hellbringer, and you said it before. Hellbringer is one of those heroes that's really dependent on levels and getting that ultimate as fast as he can. And if Hellbringer comes out of a tri lane with his ultimate maybe after 15 minutes, then I'm not too sure if that's the best idea. But what about you, Triumph? Game 3, who do you think you're going to go for? Who are you going to be going for team-wise?
Based on the lineup alone, I'm going to agree with you. I much prefer the Legion lineup. I do not like the Frenetic are trying to run. I do not think they're going to take this one too well, especially with the amount of damage potential that they have here with the Swiftblade, the Myrmidon, and the Witchslayer is really quite dangerous. And they've got, none of these heroes can really deal with it very effectively. They've got Hellbringer, they've got Hammerstone, they've got Flint Beast. All of them are quite vulnerable, especially to Swiftblade spinning around on them. They really don't have anything to shut down. But it looks like Hellbringer in a lot of trouble here, going to get smacked on top of. Will he get shut down here? He does get the Graveyard Stun because that Myrmidon using the Weed Field, not quite. Oh, that is quite unfortunate. That would have been an easy first blood if he managed to land that. It is quite unfortunate indeed. As I'm just looking at that ward, does it? Yes, it does spot. There's a spot. The Aussie was calling out, has he stuffed ward? I don't think he has. He's looking fine. And the other reason I do like the Legion team is because of this Vindicator counter pick. It is really gonna fuck with Dr. Repulsor and to a lesser extent Thunderbringer, who kind of wants to be able to spam his Chain Lightning a bit during fights just to use that Lightning Rod damage. However, he's not going to be able to. If he uses Chain Lightning, he doesn't do that much damage, and he will be shut down for 3 seconds worth of silence. So definitely, if they can time this Vindicator ult right, I think the Endzone have this one based on hero lineups. It is going to be quite difficult for Frenetic Array to take this, especially the way the things are going. However, one thing I may have to mention, Graveyard Stun nearly hitting Flint Beast. However, the Wheatfield cleans them up, although they're not going to be able to capitalise on it all that much. But I am going to make a point of the side lanes do need, on the Endzone's terms, they do need to be very, very self-sufficient. They can't really need a whole lot of help because Vindicator cannot provide much ganking assistance. There's not a whole lot he can do coming into a side lane to help them out. So they do need to make sure they don't lose this tri-lane because they will not be able to receive much help. And the same goes for Luna. If she's up there, she really doesn't want to be leaving Dr. Repulsor to his own devices to farm for very long. So I missed the Bloodlust though, but it looks like that is going to set the tone for things. But Razor, did you manage to catch that Bloodlust down there?
I was looking at top at the moment, but I mean, you can imagine what's happened. Hammerstorm's got a good stun off on top of Witchslayer, then it's come with the Hellbringer dot, and sorry as I choked there. Flint's flare just completely shutting him up, but yeah, I missed that completely as well. I was too busy looking at Repulsor and seeing how he was doing against Aluna.
Indeed. I'm just wondering if they've got a little bit of early advantage here. They've got a little bit of damage they can do early. Maybe Witchslayer overextended a bit, but I think especially if, as Class hits a couple of levels up, hits level 3, managed to get the extra level of spin. If he's going to see the Hellborn struggle to deal with him. See TDA 101 just coming back here. Witchslayer just coming back into the fight, just chasing up Hammerstorm. Myrmidon now using Magikarp on Flint Beastwood. Flint Beastwood now getting caught again by the Weed for also getting hit by Graveyard, but Swiftblade not being close enough to do anything about it, so really just a little bit of a wasted effort there. Probably need to get that counter ward happening so they can pull and force the Hellborn to get in close to them. It looks like Thunderbringer at Bobo has managed to pick up his bottle. Roger Dodger keeping up with him at the moment. Just looking at the creep score, it's 12-7 in Bobo's got 12-7, Roger Dodger is 11-4, but down the bottom line looks like it might have a bit of action. No, nothing happening, although Death Boil's being used on Class again, so it looks like the Hellborn trial is holding its own at the moment. Just Hammerstorm managed to keep him off with a few stuns, though he is running a little bit low on mana now. He's got one stun left in him, and then he's pretty much kaput as far as mana goes. They don't really have anything up there. Nobody's building arena teachers, so they don't have a whole lot of mana help there. But it does look like Thunderbringer is getting a little bit ahead of Vindicator here. Down the bottom, it looks like it might have some action. Nope. As I just hear the ping and see the people circling around, but nothing winds up happening. Although Flint Eastwood, no, Hammerstorm circling around into the jungle here. Both teams just scouting around, trying to just a thrust and parry here, just trying to get that gank set up, just trying to threaten the enemy team. Myrmidon just trying to stay in XP range here and maybe set up a gank if he can. Although nothing happening at the moment. But again, just looking at the CK, Chicanery is on 12-4, his opponent Slicks is on 18-8, so Slicks getting a little bit away, getting a little bit ahead here, so might see a few problems, although if Chicanery can start lining up some Some of those mechanistic throws might be able to do a bit of damage, and just see Thunderbringer beat into the Invis rune here. Roger Dog calling out how fast he is, just too slick there. Now it looks like he is just going to harass the Thunderbringer a little bit. Just Thunderbringer going to retreat to his side of that. Ooh, he is taking a fair bit of damage here. That is quite unfortunate. Maybe he might get run hit. Roger Dodger does have boots. Thunderbringer doesn't have boots. Going to get hit again. Going to get chased all the way up. He is making motions for Chicanery to come and help him. The Chicanery isn't going to come and help. So Thunderbringer is going to sneak back here, but it looks like Roger is going to take control of that lane with his AWP, just doing as much damage as he can, just get the early boots just to allow him to kite and harass back and forth, of course using his superior range to harass Thunderbringer. And Thunderbringer in a little bit of trouble now. He hasn't got a rune, he's got no regen for another minute now, so he can't spam and he can't heal up very effectively. Also isn't bottle crying. Just yeah, this orb is really taking its toll. Looks like he is going to be forced back. Roger Dodge is just going to harass him non-stop. And I should mention that Roger is going for 3 in Master's Incantation in the Orb and 2 in his Aura. Not bothering to get Sage's Law, because Sage's Law being kind of crap, really needs a rework in my opinion. Not really a fan of that spell. It's just too easy to get rid of, especially when you're up against something like Thunderbringer. Just so easy to get rid of. Let me see Roger, just here he goes, charging up that cliff again, throwing off more orbs. Just harassing, just ignoring that blast of lightning, just ignoring it completely. But I'm just going to throw over to you, Razor. Do you have any 2 cents you want to throw in here?
No, I agree with everything you said. We'll go to the top lane where it looks like Repulsor Slicks is taking over. He's hit level 6 first. He's sitting on 28 and 9, doing a really good job, whereas Chicanery's keeping up nicely. He's on 20 to 4, but he is only on level 5 at the moment. He was on quite low HP, so he has had to sit back and regen quite a lot of it. So, I mean, Repulsor's he's just going to sit up here, try not to... Sorry, Luna's going to be able to sit up here, try not to die to this Repulsor, but, I mean, when you're level 6, Repulsor becomes a really strong hero, and hopefully Luna can handle it. But at the bottom lane...
Just going to jump in here, we've got
really
Thunderbringer with a haste running up top. He's got the haste, he's popped it in, he's now charging up after Luna. It looks like she's in a fair bit of trouble. Dr. Repulsor also coming in. They're just scouting out, trying to find her here. Just Thunderbringer checking both those spots. Now he's going to check this top, and now Luna in a whole world of trouble. He has seen it, and she's going to throw that mechanistic and just get cut off. She probably should have thrown it a little bit into the trees just to cut herself out an escape route, and in the end she is going to get run down here. Just trying to use that... Unfortunately, she messed up the mechanistic. Should have thrown it a bit to the right and used it to cut herself a path out of the trees just so she could run past Thunderbringer, and just because she does have a level in her wind run, and in the end it didn't work out for her, so I just start to lag a little bit here. I'm not sure if that's a server raise. I'm just going to throw over to you because I'm lagging.
Yeah, that is the server. I watched as I watched Hammerstorm or Flint go for that last hit about 4 times in a row, and only just get it. So yeah, everyone, even Witch and TV talking about it, getting a bit of lag, but I mean, that's what you have to deal with. I mean, we do have Australian servers. It's brilliant to have, and yes, occasionally. I mean, this is actually probably the first time it's actually done that tonight, so not doing too badly tonight. But at the moment, yeah, do you want to go back with what you were saying? But I mean, at the moment, it looks like this Vindicator is level 7. He has beaten Thunderbringer quite well. I mean, getting those boots and managing to control the rune. I mean, Thunderbringer is all about controlling the rune, and if you can't control the rune, you really can't do much. He's got an empty bottle again. 10 seconds, 5 seconds to the rune, so it'll be interesting to see if Roger Dodger can try and steal this rune again from him, as TB looks like he's going to head top for the rune, but it looks like Roger hasn't actually got a ward up at the moment, so he doesn't know where it is. He'll just continue his farm in mid. He does pick up an invis rune where the TB decides to come top and gank again. I'm not too sure. As I will talk about Repulsor, he has picked up his steamboot, so finish off those nicely. Well, what sort of item build would you be going for in a Luna? I mean, assuming the Hellflower, you'd assume you go for Hellflower just because of Repulsor, but I mean, a few people I know usually do like to go the Helm first. What about you? I mean, she has got a lot of wit. God, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied here. She hasn't got that much HP, so would you be going for that Helm of the Black Legion first, or going straight for that Hellflower?
I would be trying to get some defensive items first. Maybe it's not a Helm, just anything defensive, because when you're up against stuff like Dr. Repulsor can jump on you quite easily, and you've got things like Flint Beastwood hiding in the bushes waiting to money shot you, you do want to have some HP. It's definitely, I wouldn't recommend a glass cannon build, but just but yeah, if she get the Hellflower after that, I would definitely be a great buy against Dr. Repulsor. You do need stuff like that to shut him down. But just to go back to your comment about Thunderbringer getting the rune, he was spamming the crap out of Chain Lightning. The reason he was doing that was to push back the creep wave, just to push it back under the tower, to force Roger back under his tower to defend the tower. And of course, he also did have that ward up helping him out to spot it up. But yeah, that's why he was doing it. If he could just chase Roger back under his tower, force him back, he could get a head start on running for the rune. And Roger, of course, would have to try and guess. But even if he wasn't guessing, just pushing the enemy player under their tower puts them further back from the rune. It gives you more time to get to it safely. So that's probably why he was emptying his bottle, emptying all of his stuff, just trying to spam the crap out of his Chain Lightning, just to push his opponent back. Just looking at the creep score now, Slicks is getting really quite far ahead. He's on 57 to 16, so they really need to shut down this Slicks. Now, like I said, this is the problem with running Vindicator mid. Although he's shutting down Thunderbringer, and Thunderbringer really hasn't been able to gank all that much. They have this problem where they can't really gank Dr. Repulsor, who's level 9. There are Trilaners at 2-low level to really shut him down. So they can't really, and they can't leave Swiftblade down there on his own to try and farm. So they are going to have to deal with this massively buffed up Dr. Repulsor. And as I say that, we've got another gank coming top. We've got an invisible Thunderbringer who has picked up the rune, coming in on top of Aluna. Aluna getting hit by Dr. Repulsor, who just jumps in on her, and the blast of lightning cleaning her up. It really is. That is going to set the tone of the match. Dr. Repulsor is going to be very, very difficult to deal with. They're going to really have to hope this Vindicator pick shuts him down, because Slicks is going to do a terrible amount of damage to Endzone. And in the bottom lane, Swiftblade getting initiated on, gets hit by hammers. We get a bit of server lag as well. Oh, everything's coming back and forth a few times. And now, Class doesn't quite manage to get away. Thunderbringer has also ported bottom. Great port from him. And now Witchslayer is going to go down as well.
Kiss my ass.
Myrmidon barely escaping. Although maybe not even escaping. Using Weaver and getting smashed by a blast of lightning. A good flare there from Flint, spotting him up and just allowing Thunderbringer to fire his nukes over the trees. As I think TDA 101 is making a few shifty sideways glances to complain about the timing of that server lag, just completely screwing over Endzone there. But definitely, Razor, I think this is a bit of a problem. This Vindicator pick, it's while it's going to be effective a little bit later and shutting down certain heroes like Dr. Repulsor, right now it is allowing Dr. Repulsor to snowball out of control. Do you have anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's only 12 minutes in, you're already seeing the power that Repulsor's going to be bringing to him, and Slicks is one of those players that he can just continuously last hit the other player in most cases, and if you let him sit there with no ganks, he's just going to get so fed. I mean, at the moment, he's already got a sustain, he's got his team boots, a power supply, he's pulling some creeps down to try and get the lane back in his favour, but he's sitting on 70 to 21, whereas, Class is only sitting on 21 to 6. So, I mean, big props to actually the Trilane down in bottom, shutting down Slicks completely, getting completely confused here. Class, shutting down Class completely, whereas White's actually doing really well on Flint, hitting 48 and 28, so you can sort of see who's winning the Trilane here. Even though we didn't like the Hellbringer Trilane, it is certainly working for them. Whether or not it's gonna, I don't think it's gonna. I mean, he's almost level 6 already. If not, no, he's not level 6 just yet. But really, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, we do have another gank here. Thunderbringer striding in on here. He does look like Lunas is sitting in the side here. He's gonna run straight into him, and he does run straight into Repulsor. Repulsor grabs him. The nuke coming off from Thunderbringer, and 3 shots down, including the nuke, and Luna falls for the 3rd time. So, and Repulsor are now 2-0. As down bottom lane, Class. Whiffblade managing to finish off one of the heroes, I'm not sure who it was. Flint trying to run away here as another batch of server lag does come out. Witchslayer stun does come out. Hellbringer ulti does come out. Will he catch Hellbringer? He does catch the hero. And Repulsor comes through taking out Witchslayer, I believe it was. So good port from there, and really good work from Hellbringer getting a double tap there. Being played by that Dirge Snooper, but at the moment we're just getting a ton of lag here. I'm not sure if it's just me or whether I've timed out or I'm just lagging like crazy.
I'm getting a bit of lag too. I think it is the server at the moment. We do have a few complaints coming out from several different players. But definitely, it's not looking good for Endzone at this moment. And really, I think possibly part of their problem in the trialing may have been the range issues. They did have Swiftblade and Myrmidon, although his range here is kind of short range. And when you're up against Flint, who can boost his range, and you're up against Hellbringer, who does hit quite hard and has good range, it can be a little bit difficult. So maybe they're just getting out harassed a little bit. But I did think that they were going to win that trial fairly easily with their with the damage threat that they had there. in the end, it not panning out for them. Frenetic Array managing to defend themselves against it, managing to prevent themselves from getting spun down by Switchblade. But it looks like all the man houses getting remade. It looks like Bobo is saying, I'm just looking at the drama here, it looks like they're complaining, thinking about possibly remaking. I'm not sure, though. I honestly, in Frenetic Array's position right now, I wouldn't remake. They do have control of this match. It wouldn't be the wisest thing to do, honestly. But we still have to wait
I don't think they can remake anyway.
It's true. I'm actually not sure. So Luna has ported bottom. Myrmidon now boosting his way with waveform, catching Hellbringer here with the Weedfield. Nice catch. Graveyard Stun finishing him off, and Luna just doing a little damage. So we see Dr. Repulsor just boost out of there using Luna to shoot it away. Should also mention that Roger Dodger has opted to pick up an Astrolabe, so I guess he is going for a bit more of a supporty role. When I see people play Carry Vindicator, often the first item I see picked up on them is often a Storm Spirit or a Tablet of Command, but it looks like he is going for a fairly support-based build. Has picked up that Astrolabe. That looks like another port coming top here. Green. So we have Hellbringer also porting top. Switchblade might be in a little bit of trouble here if Hammerstorm can get a good stun off, because Flint is level 6, so would cover a money shot for him. However, Flint Beastwood now just backing... Class just backing off, now coming back. He has only got the Life's Tube at 40 minutes, so it's not looking too good for his farm. He is on sub 200 gold per minute. He's on 139 gold per minute. That is not a healthy gold per minute for your carry to have. Dirge Snippy just dropping another lane ward here, so it looks like they are going to try and possibly set up a kill here, although... No, they are just going to do a little bit of stacking, a little bit of farming. The Dr. Repulsor just cleaning up a few nuke camps here. But definitely, it looks like Legion Endzone are in a fair bit of trouble here. They are now 3,200 experience behind and 5,400 gold behind. Not the end of the world, but definitely not a good sign. Definitely not a position you want to let yourself fall into. You can see the Trine supports down here, still haven't hit level 6, so they're still taking quite some time. Although Hellbringer has hit level 6, so he has got his ult up. Now it's just up the top lane. Flint Beastwood and Switchblade just trying to CS there. Although I think Flip's coming out on top. Chikara is up on 45 to 16, just farming down on the bottom there. Although while he's hit that, Talibot is 60 to 33, and Slicks is 95 to 23. So he is looking quite dangerous. And in the middle lane, Roger Dodger being ganked here, although uses the Astrolabe to heal himself up and just walk away there. Unfortunately, Slick's not quite managing to get there in time. And it looks like he has picked up his Sustainer, so it looks like he will be going for an early Nelson. Of course, that being a very, very useful item versus Vindicator, because it does block his ultimate, which is definitely vital in trying to shut down an opponent. Although here we just see Klaus trying to boost that GPM, just doing a bit of damage to this stack neutral camp. It is a triple stack, so he is only level 7 with fuck all in items, so he is going to need some help there from Myrmidon. Even with that help from Myrmidon, he can't finish it off all on his own. Still can't finish that off, so he is having quite a rough time. It's desperate times for Klaus, just trying to get that farm happening. Myrmidon popping a HP pop, man, they really are trying to get that creep stack knocked out. But Chikari's rolling bottom here. Looks like he is also going to try and maybe not sure. There we go. He's just lining the creep up just to use power shot on them, just to try and help out Klaus when he moves over to that one next. But definitely, it looks like Endzone have decided to turtle up and just try and desperately farm as much as they possibly can. They're even stacking the easy camp. That's how desperate they are for money right now. Just triple stacking that easy camp, just so Klaus can try and farm some money, because they really need this Switchblade to get stuck in. And just looking at the farm, speaking of farm, Roger Dodger is on 81 to 36, so he has been doing very well. He's doing a very good job of winning his lane. Unfortunately, like I said, Vindicator, although while he can shut down one hero, he cannot gank very effectively. We've seen Bobo, even though he arguably lost his lane pretty bad, got completely tossed out of the lane by Vindicator. We just saw him just run up top, just keep ganking a Luna over and over, and that really caused all sorts of problems. I mean, he could have done the same, could have just kept running bottom. Once he got his ult, just kept running down there and ganking them. So really, Vindicator, while he's managed to shut down, Thunderbringer hasn't really managed to contribute a whole lot to his team as far as killing and fighting has gone so far. But I'm going to throw back over to you, Razor. Do you want to throw in any opinions here? Anything you want to add?
Not really, as Hellbringer is going to be getting ganked. Luna does Deja Vu on top of Hellbringer. The big TP support comes in, Repulsor, Hammerstorm, all team is down here. The Luna ulti comes out, Hellbringer managing to live, and actually, no, he doesn't live, sorry. He does taking out the Thunderbringer ulti coming out, taking out 2 heroes. Class goes down, KS for life, and White Tower finishing off a 3rd. So in the end, Endzone losing Swiftblade and two of the supports. I think I'm not actually sure who it was. Two supports. And as I'm talking about that, Sniper does money shot TA 101 and Repulsor finishes it off. Slick's taking out Vindicator, finishing the tower off. So Slicks is well and truly farmed. I'd say he's probably already got that Nullstone. He actually is 250 odd away from it. So a big team fight there, and it really came down from a big counter gank. And you know that's the power of a good team and the support that it gives. I mean, it looks like Repulsors now. He's just going to go into the jungle and take all those stacks that that class was desperately after. And I mean, he's doing it right now, just taking that farm away from him. He has finished that Nullstone, so big item from there. And I was going to talk about how Nullstone is actually going to stop I'm pretty sure it stops the Vindicator ulti.
Yes, it does indeed.
There's your counter to Vindicator. So there's your counter to Vindicator. 20 minutes in, and Six is already Vindicator proof as long as he has that Nullstone off cooldown when he comes into the team fight. So really all I can see Endzone doing now is just sitting back and trying to catch up. But I mean, if I was Frey, I would be definitely trying to push whenever I had that Hellbringer ultimate up. And I mean, it was a really good job actually of what Hellbringer did. I might point out he did actually go into a little column or a little crevice sort of thing, and I think 3 heroes actually followed him in there, and it just set it up so he could get a huge ulti off, and the other 4 heroes could finish it off. And he did really well then. As it looks like Endzone trying to group up for a push on mid. Not sure if I'd like to do this. What about you, Triumph? What would you be doing in Endzone's situation?
I would be doing it a little French and spamming that concede button personally. However, if I was gonna try and fight it out, because there is a fair bit of money on the line, so I don't know. Honestly, I would be just trying to take control of my side of the map again, because really, Endzone have been getting you don't want to have Dr. Repulsor running around your jungle stealing all your stacks. So definitely it's something they need to watch out for. But I also would be trying to just get a few more ganks off, because at the moment they have a lot of problems. They can't gank effectively, because the Vindicator is in the mid lane and he can't do anything with it. He's just got no ganking power whatsoever. So I don't know. They need to just try and get Class in a position where he's out of the way, just farm by himself, and they get the supports to actually gank. As we see, again, Class gets jumped on it. I guess it is a little bit wistful thinking, because at the moment with Dr. Repulsor all over the map like this is really hard to keep Class safe by himself. So I'm honestly not sure if there is anything that Endzone can do to bring this one back, because they are now 11,000 gold experience behind and 11,000, nearly 12,000 gold behind. And really, this Slicks is really just getting away from them. He is up to 133 CK. He's on 6-0. He's got that Nullstone finish. He's going to be incredibly difficult to deal with. I don't know. Maybe if they opted to go for a more damagey build on Vindicator, they might have some late game hope. But at the moment, with Class underfarmed, he is down to 191 GPM, still sub 200 GPM. That is not a position you want to hard carry in. They really don't have very many late game prospects, and Flint, at the same time, Flint has been getting fairly farmed, while Talaba has been doing quite a good job. He's got a lot of assists, he's up to 9 assists, so he's got a fair bit of money. He is on 330 GPM, so he's not exactly poor and underfarmed. He did quite well, their trialing did quite well. And now he's got a fair bit of cash, and he's got a Frostbrand, so he's also going to be quite difficult to kill off this early, considering Class is only just finished his enhanced marches, his ghost marches. That's about all he's got, and again, we've got Dr. Repulsor we've got the Hellborn team just taking control of their neutrals, just farming them, just forcing back, and it looks like they are getting ready to gank. I'm also just looking through the Legion team. They really don't have much defense as far as thing goes, and when you're up against something like a Thunderbringer and Dr. Repulsor, you also really want some magic armor. At the moment, Thunderbringer has his level 1 spell shard. It's not massive yet, but it is really going to quickly become painful. And Thunderbringer now rolling mid with an invisibility rune. We may see a gank here if Dr. Repulsor follows up, although Hellbringer is there. We might see Hellbringer try and start something. His ult is off cooldown, so he is ready to rock and roll as far as fights go. Myrmidon is close by, but I reckon they might be able to burst someone down if they try. Although there we go, we do see the power of Thunderbringer's blast there, and Vindicator's aura just shutting down Thunderbringer. Unfortunately, Slicks was close by enough to help him out, and we see Thunderbringer ulting, the Lightning Storm coming out and completely destroying the Legion team. That they are being forced to back, and now Class getting taken out, just committing suicide there with his 2 blades, killing himself. And I'm pressing, that's probably what he feels like over Vent right now, just raging away. Because at the moment, Frenetic Array are taking a wild, massive dump on Endzone. They are really getting quite badly outlaned, outdamaged, completely outfought in this situation. They have no nuke firepower just to try and catch up with the amount of damage that really Frenetic Array can offer at this point in time. And now they're going to take 2 towers in a row here. But really, we saw Thunderbringer throw that blast of lightning, get shut down for 3 seconds by Vindicator's aura, but unfortunately Vindicator, he was just backed up straight away by Dr. Repulsor, who just jumped in and took out a low HP moment on. Now we see Roger Dodge taking a bit of damage. He has picked up a Mighty Blade, not sure what he's going for there. Not really. Maybe he's might be going for a Shrunken Head. Against that team would not be a bad buy, to be honest. They have a lot of disgusting amount of disables and magic damage on that team, especially with Dr. Pulse being able to jump all over the place, and he has also picked up an Arcana, so I'm guessing we will be seeing a Hellflower coming. Of course, Hellflower being a great item on Dr. Pulse, allowing you to shut down an enemy even harder and just amplify that damage you deal from him. But I'm going to toss over you, Razor. Again, anything you want to add on this match?
No, I mean, you're saying it all. Repulsor's got complete control. I mean, he is level 17, and the highest level on the Legion team is level 12, and that's in the form of Vindicator, and I mean, if I was versing a level 17 Repulsor, and he does actually jump on top of Luna, and you just see the destruction coming in. He doesn't even get an ability off this, the Luna. He doesn't even get an ability off. Repulsor will go to the forest and hide and TP away. But I mean, you just saw it then. A Luna drop from full HP to nothing in a matter of seconds. And I mean, as I say this, Jesus Christ, Slick is absolutely on fire. He's actually picked up his Hellflower. He's sitting on 519 gold per minute. I hate to call games early, but this one I have to call. I think it's GG, and I think Frey are going to take this one and win it here. I mean, if they keep on going like this, I mean, saying that, White takes out the top tower and absolutely no defense. I mean, at the moment, this class is struggling to get some farm. I mean, it looks like he's even given up on a rune axe and he's gone for a quick blade, which, for me, he might be going for a hack and slash. I mean, it is 25 minutes in, and the only parts of rune axe he has is that live tube. So, you know, going by class at the moment and how much farm he has, I would be calling this a GG here, but, you know, I mean, there's a lot of money in the line. They are going to be fighting it out. But, I mean, Slicks is just doing an unreal amount of work for his team right here. And I mean, his goal minute's up to 550 now. If he can keep it increasing and continuously taking this gold, it's just going to be unreal. And, I mean, White's going to be there to support him as well. I'm not sure what items he's got, but he has got 3,000 gold saved up, so doing well. But as the team fight comes out and TB does get initiated on the Hellbringer ulti coming up, trying to save him, it doesn't get the initiation, but Repulsor comes out, uses the Hellflower on Witchslayer, and the dot from Hellbringer will take him down. So good turnaround there, only taking that one. But actually the dot, I missed that, the TP from Chicanery, I think it might have been a Luna, tried to TP home, but the Hellbringer dot, too powerful for him, and it does take him out.
He missed the fountain.
So I mean, that's 2 for 1 right there. And oh, really? I completely missed that. Wow, it does look. It's just. I don't think it might be. I don't think it's Endzone's game tonight. And I mean, as I pass to you, Triumph, they're taking a Kongor attempt, which, in all honesty, is going to be going straight for Repulsor.
Indeed, we just see Hellbringer using that life void just to tank that Kongor and just set it up for his team. So really, I mean, I know you hate to call it early, but honestly, I can't disagree with you. It really is. You're 25 minutes in, they're already 22,000 gold behind, 20,000 experience behind now. There is not much they can do. And, you know, it's not even 30 minutes in. It is going to be incredibly difficult for them to come back. They have complete control of the enemy jungle. Slicks is just taking a dump on everyone, and really, it's not even like, I did mention before, maybe their game plan was, you know, send Slicks mid and everybody jump in his big brown backpack and get carried, but really, they have been pulling their weight. You know, the trialing down bottom lane, they have been pulling their weight. White Talib has been doing a really good job down there. They didn't get, even the amount of danger that the Legion trialing posed, you know, they still held their own, you know, arguably really held their own, and White Talib has still got quite a decent amount of farm. The only lane that really got shut down was Bobo in mid. Kind of got beat up by Roger Dodger playing Vindicator there, but in the end, really, all of Frenetic pulling their own weight here, not needing to be carried all that much. Although that said, you know, if someone's going to carry, it's going to be Slicks. This guy is absolutely insane. He is showing why he's known on the international scene. As we see him jumping again, TDA 1-on-1 just getting ruined there. Witchslayer is getting put in an early grave, getting taken out, and the Lightning Storm being used, really just getting jumped on all over again by that Dr. Repulsor. Just dropping a massive dump on them. Now, Roger Dodger trying to port away. There he goes. Manages to get away this time. And also, Aluna also going to port back home. Really, not much they can do about that there. Just getting surrounded, outfought. It's the amount of initiation the amount of initiation threat that this Dr. Repulsor is posing is insane. Completely shutting down the Legion. They have no hope here. But again, just
Yeah,
try to I'll just throw over to you if you want to say something.
No, go ahead. But I mean, I was going to say, even in that team fight, Hellbringer wasn't even there, you know. So they lost 2 players, and Hellbringer didn't even have to initiate. And if that's really the case, then I don't know why Endzone aren't conceding at the moment. They really can't do anything. I mean, Swift has finished off his Firebrand. He's picked up that bolstering armband for the Ice Brand, so he has given Rune Axe in, which is a huge hit to him, and it's really unfortunate that he wasn't able to do a little bit better there. But it does look like Frey are moving to the bottom lane now, and they will move to take this tower. And there's really, in all honesty, nothing that Endzone can do. They can't really defend it without putting themselves in a bad position and dying. And I don't really see them. I don't see them defending this at all. In fact, I really can see him going to one base attack, and if Frey win, then they might concede. But I mean, as I say that, Repulsor just destroys Swiftblade coming up. He has got a shrunken head already. He's sitting on 590 gold per minute, this Repulsor. Swiftblade just getting absolutely under. Champion in Earth has come out, so...
Should also mention...
Triumph, I have to say, this is probably GG.
Yeah, definitely. Should also mention that Hammerstorm has picked up a portal key, so he is ready to initiate, and there is not a whole lot... Vindicator's already isn't even going to be all that effective anymore. The Shrunken Heads have come out for Rock Dr. Repulsor, and, you know, we see Hammerstorm jumping there with a portal key initiating on top of Vindicator. Vindicator getting shut down, and now you see a Luna taking a ton of damage. Hellbringer ulting just in front of the fountain, and just Slicks taking kill after kill after kill, destroying the enemy team, taking a hat trick there. And we do have a concede vote coming up. Although I don't think it's been passed yet, but it looks like they are going to take this one. And we do have the concede vote passed. So this concludes the Cyber Gamer Invitational Ladder. We do have Frenetic Array with the new firepower on their team. You know, they've got the new bloods, they've got Slicks and Dirt Snippy on the team now, just backing up Wataliba, Bobo, and Jabberwabba, and they take this one out. They won the first match, lost the second match, and they clean up the third match here. So they have taken out the Cyber Game Invitational Ladder. Anyway, you've been listening to another Net Game Radio Honcast. My name is Triumph Man. Joining me in the studio has been Razor, and we will be back this week with the Cyber Gamer Open Ladder quarterfinals. Until then, gamers, my name's Triumph Man, and I'm signing out.